Hey, 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 welcome back. I know it's been a minute. We're not going to bring it up, but welcome back. And let me do this intro the way I would do it if I was on social media. Welcome back to the Village of Too Muchery, where Dorian is the matriarch and where too much is never enough because who's going to check us? Absolutely no one. We are unboxable. This is the Village of Too Muchery, and I am so excited to share with you. My name is Takia, and if you are here to learn more about beauty, business, branding, and all of the things in between, you're in the right place. So today I'm going to be doing a little story time. And baby, the story that I'm about to tell you, if I didn't live it, I would not have believed it. And I'm going to do it while I do my makeup and get ready for today because I am back in the classroom today. And I figure what better way to go back in the classroom than to share this story time with you. So let's get right into it. So, um, if you don't know, if you're new here, again, my name is Takia, and I am a mom, a single mom of three. And one of my amazing children, my daughter, is a college student and she's preparing to graduate. And it was her dream to pledge to join a sorority, and she chose Delta Sigma Theta as the sorority that she wanted to join. And so we went through the entire process, and needless to say, she got in and she completed the entire process. And it had become time for her to cross. And I don't want to get anything wrong. So she finished, she pledged, she became a member, and it was time for them to cross. And I don't know if you know, I know I didn't, okay, because I'm not a member of one of the amazing sororities or a part of the Divine Nine in any particular way. So, one of the things that I did not know was that I knew I needed to be there, but I didn't know that you were supposed to, like, one of the things you were supposed to do was decorate. So you're supposed to decorate and give them gifts for as they enter into full-fledged members of the sorority that they have pledged. So my family and I, of course, wanted to go and celebrate this momentous occasion. So, myself, my mom, my oldest daughter, her friend, and my son decided we were going to drive down. Now, I have driven to Alabama because that's where my daughter goes to school. I have driven to Alabama at this point maybe a minimum of 15 times, right? So I've done this trip at least twice a semester for the 4 years and a few extra times because children. So, I said, okay, we're going to drive down. We're going to drive my oldest daughter's car. We packed up. We left out at 6 o'clock in the morning and we hit the road and everything was going amazing. We were enjoying the ride and we were preparing for our first stop. And our first stop was right outside of Roanoke, Virginia. So we're driving down the road, and all of a sudden, I'm on a hill, and I realize that something ain't right with this car. Baby, the car, it just was, it felt like it was stalling. It felt like something wasn't right. And I'm like, oh my God, please, God, no. Like, let's not have this happen. And so we trying to get up the hill, and I said, let me get close to the shoulder because I'm going to have to pull off. Like, this is not feeling right. And we're going 70 miles an hour. So I'm like, we got to pull over. Let me get close to the shoulder because we got to get into it. And so sure enough, I get over to the left lane and there is really no shoulder. Like this is like a 2-lane highway. So it really wasn't any shoulder at all for me to get over to. But I got over as far as I could. I got off. And as soon as I was able to get the car off the road, she turned off. So now we on the side of the road. And of course my family is looking at me like, what are we doing? And I'm like, okay, don't lose your mind, Takia. We can do this. So I'm like, okay, well, did the car overheat? It didn't. And I'm like, all right, well, let's let it sit for a second. And we were right like outside of an exit. Like we were like, I want to say not even like we could see the next exit. So I'm like, okay, can I get this car back on so we can at least hobble to the next exit? The car would not turn on. It sounded like it wanted to turn on, but it didn't. Of course, I'm losing my mind, but you can't really lose your mind when you are in the car with your children, my mom. I'm like, okay, just keep it together. So I'm looking like it looks like this car is not going to start. So let us get a tow. Let us figure out something because we can't stay here on the side of this road because we were too close to the road. I mean, it was just a bad place for us to be in. Cars were speeding past. They were moving the car. We are on like these back roads, and so it's a lot of trucks. So I'm like, oh my goodness, we gotta go. So I'm like, all right, talking to my oldest daughter, I was like, we're gonna have to call your insurance company and get emergency roadside assistance. Hey Google, what time is it?
4:22 a.m.
So this is our current situation. The car has died. We are in Virginia, and yes, so we were on our way to celebrate my daughter, and the car broke down. And look at this. Look.
Am I touching the ground? Huh? Am I touching the ground?
Yes, Mama. Yes, Ma. You on the ground.
Like, just keep coming. I wasn't feeling nothing. My legs wasn't drowning it.
Oh, wait a minute. We got to roll the windows up. And this is, we all look jacked up. Oh, but, just stop. Hold on. Go ahead, James. Go, Ma. Go. Get in there. Get in there. Hurry up. Oh, help my mom. Help her. Get in there, James. Oh my God. Okay. Maybe it's the seatbelt. Put your seatbelt on. So now we big blessed because not only did we get some help from the Virginia State Trooper, but the gentleman that told us to the nearest city, which was Roanoke, Virginia. And he told us and he took us to a Firestone, and they were so amazing. They were able to tell us immediately, almost immediately, like what was wrong with the vehicle. But by this time, now mind you, hours had passed. So I'm still trying to figure out, like, listen, we got to get to, I got to get to my other daughter. We have to get to Alabama by hook or by crook, by any means necessary at this point. we get into Alabama because, again, my daughter is crossing. And I have to figure out how I'm going to get my family of five, it was five of us, to Alabama. And we are in Roanoke, Virginia. Baby, I realized, like, I have been saying that I wanted to move south. Like, I want to go south. I want to, have some land. I just love how the pace of life in the south, blah, blah, blah. Baby, what I did not enjoy was trying to figure out how to travel, how to get around. Now, I live in Maryland. Maryland is a southern state, so don't get it twisted. We are still considered a southern state. We're just the northernmost southern state. Okay. And so one of the challenges is I'm used to being able to access any kind of mode of transportation I wanna get on. So if I want to get on a plane, train, or automobile, baby, I have access to it. Not here. Okay? Not here. That was not what we were getting here. Now, he dropped us off in Roanoke. The blessing was it had like a little airport, right? So I'm like, okay, can we get a flight? Now, mind you, these smaller cities may have an airport, but they don't fly a lot of flights. So I'm like, okay, here's what we gonna do. I looked up Greyhound. No Greyhounds goes to Alabama. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look up um airplane. So I was able to find a flight that was getting all of us to like Atlanta or something, and we could connect. Baby, by the time we got to the airport, that flight was booked. So I'm like, okay, guys. So the flight was out. The Greyhound was out. So I'm like, okay, a train, right? Amtrak. Well, Amtrak doesn't travel that way. Like the train doesn't go that way. Okay. So I'm like, no train. So thank goodness the airport had a car rental place. So we like, all right, we just want to rent a car. Baby, I didn't know that when you rent a car from the airport, the rule is you have to be flying in or out or training or cruising or whatever. Like you have to show them proof that you have, like, that you're coming in via plane, train, automobile, and that you're going out via plane, train, automobile. So I'm like, all right, no problem. I'm gonna book us some train tickets because the Amtrak did go back up north. So it did go back home. So I'm like, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna book I'm gonna get us a rental. We're gonna get the rental, and then we're gonna book a train to go back home, the next train out, and I'm like, okay, great. We found a train. We can drop this rental off and then we can get on the train and we can go home. Okay, problem solved. Now we thought. So now we couldn't get it from Enterprise because we booked the train tickets while we were in there. So they was just like they couldn't do it. But thank God we were able to rent from another company. Thank you to the amazing team. I'm not going to share which car rental company, but I do want them to know we appreciate you because you saved our life. So we get back on the road. Now it's been like 4 hours that we've been dealing with this shenanigan. Baby, I done bought luggage because I'm like, we gonna get on this flight. Because mind you, I had a car full of the decorations for my daughter's room. So we get back on the road and we head down there because I'm going to get to my child and I'm going to celebrate her, right? I'm going to do it. So we're tired, we're hungry, but you know what? We're going to make it. It took us another six because we were still 6 hours away. So it took us another 6 hours to get to Alabama. And by the time we got there, it was like 11 p.m. And if this trip from hell didn't get worse, I'm just trying to tell you, it got worse. So we arrive, I go see my daughter just to let her know we're here. We made it, and we go over to the hotel, and I booked a hotel, um, a microtel, right? Right across the street because I'm like, you know what, we need to be close because I got to decorate this room, you know. So I want to be close to my daughter's apartment. And she already had people staying with her, so we couldn't stay at her house. I'm like, no problem. Baby, when I tell you this hotel should be ashamed of itself. Baby, I mean, when I tell you everything, if you ever walked into a hotel and thought that you were gonna get bed bugs, and like how some people are that girl, like I only stay at 4 star, 5 star. I stay where I'm comfortable, and so I'm not opposed to baby a Holiday Inn, a Comfort Inn, you know what I mean. Like I'm not opposed as long as the space is clean, is safe, you know. I have the amenities that I like, a microwave, a refrigerator. I have children. Like I said, it's clean, all of that jazz. So I'm like, how did I end up here, God? Because this place, I know, baby, they switched their room 3 times. Now, mind you, it is, at this time, it's probably like 11:30, 12 o'clock. So 11:30 at night, 12 o'clock in the morning. And I am devastated because I have brought my family here. We have gotten into the worst possible driving situation ever, right? We finally made it, and we staying in a hotel that horror stories are made of. I mean, that's all I can tell you.
This one done. Coffee. How you supposed to make a cup of coffee? And I asked her.
So I shot out some shot off. So I shot off some emails, of course, to let them know like this is horrible. And I proceed to try my very best to get some rest in this situation because I knew the next morning I needed to get up and decorate my daughter's room. And of course, I went over the top. So not only was I decorating the room, I was decorating the entire house because why not? Village of too much tree, right? So I run over to see my daughter because I knew I wouldn't see her for the rest of the day. And I proceed to, get myself together. I took my mom and my son to the Waffle House. If you know, right? We went to the Waffle House and we just had, we just made the best of it. And we started decorating her room for her, and it turned out amazing. Here's the video. We unloaded all of the stuff. That's all. Yeah.
What you say?
It's
Rolls
wrong.
is good.
We could have stayed with Uncle Mike. You heard up.
Yeah.
She's a big one. All right, bet. Let me bring you in.
Little elephant. Little tie. Or something, you know, like tied around his neck.
Little
or,
bandana.
Yeah, something.
Eating together. Eating satiated.
What? Y'all are weirdos. I'm gonna take the sound out. Weirdos.
Y'all did that. Y'all did this. Y'all did y'all baby. You gotta come back and go left. You gotta come back and go left.
Y'all are weird.
Do we need to move?
No.
Shit.
God. What the heck?
Nice.
What's up? Hi.
Hey y'all.
Let me get away from this.
I said, you know I have to take my shoes off.
Oh, this is so cute. Who got this?
Tequila.
I think Mama did that.
No, well, Mama, who got the pillow?
Don't be saying shush. Thanks, y'all. Thank y'all. Okay. The cameras. What? Got the cameras.
All right, excuse me, everybody. I apologize.
Oh,
Turn the light on.
my God.
You got a lot to clean up.
Yeah. Oh my God. Who got me to tell Feezy?
Wait for another year? Wait for another year?
Boyfriend of the year?
That's a beautiful thing.
Oh my God, this is so cute.
Yeah, the village.
Okay, wait,
Was this here before? I didn't know what was here before.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, 539. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna observe.
Passport stamp. This is so cute. So you did get these.
So after all of this, all of that amazingness, so exciting, we had to leave the next morning, first thing in the morning, because we needed to go back to Roanoke, drop the rental car off, and get on our train. So we did. We get on the road early. We drive in. We make it back to Roanoke. We stop at the car just to make sure everything, get the last little bits of stuff. My mom wanted to go get a neck pillow. So we get back, go to turn in the car, and realize that our train doesn't leave at 4:30 like we thought. Our train leaves at 4:23. By this time, it is 4 o'clock p.m. We are in a small town, and the Lyft Uber drivers, I swear to God, it take them like 45 minutes to get to you. Baby, we were like, oh my God, like we're going to make it. We had to call two separate lifts to be able to travel with all five of us. We get to the train station, and you guessed it, we missed the train. Baby, I can't make this up. I cannot. I have never missed a flight, a train, a bus. I have never, when I have been traveling all of my life of living, all of my 45 and some odd years, never have I missed a flight, a train, a plane, nothing. Baby, I'm standing outside this train station with my mom, my son, my daughter, and her friend, trying to figure out how in the hell are we going to get back home. Now, I have already told you there are no planes, there are no more trains, and there are no Greyhound buses that we can take. So I'm like, Lord, we're just out. And our Amtrak tickets, um, non-refundable. Okay, so I'm like, Lord in heaven, do you know we ended up having to go back to the airport, rent another car, and drive home? Not only that, myself personally, had to then, 2 days later, drive that car back to Roanoke because there was no way for me to leave it here in Baltimore. You know how you can rent a car and you're only going one way? Well, baby, they weren't accepting any one-way trips or one-way cars. So I had to, 2 days later, drive back to Roanoke to drop that car off and then get on the train to make it back to Baltimore. Oh, and did I tell you that this was on a Monday that this was happening, that we missed our train? The next day, on that Tuesday, I had a styling client.
So that your lean is.
There it is. Ooh.
So that your lean is. And then I want you to give me some space between your hip and this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bring your torso forward. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You look like I swear.
I can't make this up. And if that wasn't enough, we still had to get the original car, my daughter's car, back from Roanoke. Towed, baby. Towed back from Roanoke. Now, mind you, Roanoke is 5 hours away from Baltimore, and it's like 300 and something miles away. That is something wild. So I get the car back.
10 minutes. Not yet.
I get to the train station, and baby, I'm at the train station at like 2 o'clock because I didn't trust missing this train again. So I said, okay, I'm gonna walk to get me a little sandwich or something because this is like I think it's like a 6 hour, 5 hour ride, back on the train. So I'm like, no problem. I go and find now this is a small town. Like literally, I was there. I may have seen 25 people. Whole town, whole city. We in the city center. 25 people. So I'm like, okay, I found a Jersey Mike's. I go and I get me a sandwich, get me a little chip. I get back to the train. No train. I didn't miss the train. So that's okay. I didn't miss the train. But what I did do was leave my damn car hang tag for my garage in the rental car, which means that I had to pay an extra $50 to get my hang tag back. And I can't find my wagon, my cart. I don't know if I left it at the hotel with the styling client or I left it in the trunk of the car. Baby, I don't know at this point. I just know that this trip cost me more money than I thought. I don't ever have to go back to Roanoke. Beautiful, beautiful small town. Amazing, amazing humans. But I got PTSD. I don't need to go back. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I did make it back home, as you can see. My daughter had an amazing time, and we have to go back to Alabama in 2 weeks because she's graduating. I'm trying to catch a plane. Uh, Okay. I hope you enjoy this story time with me. Also, stay tuned because I never announced, this situation took us out. So I didn't get a chance to announce the amazing winner of our perfume, Her Confession by Latafa giveaway. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm so excited to announce the winner of our Latafa Her Confessions perfume giveaway. The lucky winner is so, if you are the lucky winner, please make sure you reach out to us so that I can send you your amazing gift. In addition, if you love this type of content, if you want to enter any future giveaways or you want to shenaniganize in the village of Tumachri, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel, as well as leave a comment down below and tell me how you would have handled what happened to us on our road trip from hell. I hope to see you in the next one. Toodles.